Happy New Year, everyone. Went to the Raptors game last night, had an amazing time. It was a great game. I know Denver was undermanned. Obviously, we wanted to go see Jokic and AG and all those guys. Didn't happen that way, but I did get to see my guy Deron Holmes play, who I'm a big fan of. And it was an exciting game, down to the buzzer. Obviously, the buzzer beater that wasn't, it's a hard one to accept, but it's the right call, unfortunately. I thought the Toronto Raptors actually played pretty well. I thought the offensive execution was ugly. I thought on the offensive side of the court, it was weird. It was very like 2021 Boston Celtics, your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. And that's kind of what we saw, right? Scotty Barnes did a good job facilitating, getting guys involved, but it was a lot of, it's IQ's turn, and then it's RJ's turn, and then it's Ingram's 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 turn. Even when the bench unit came in, I thought Jamal Shed tried to do some fun things to be able to kind of initiate things with everybody, but it was a rough game for Shed, It was a story of the game that we've heard too often, which is Darko made the right adjustments. He just took way too long to get there. Like, I'll say this flat out, for the last 15 games, unless your name is Scotty Barnes, the most impactful Toronto Raptor on 94 feet has been Colin Murray-Boyles. He has been a complete game changer on the defensive end. He has taken all of the hardest primary coverage matchups, and for him to be the 10th man in your rotation today and to get off to the start that we did and not understand what was needed is ludicrous. Obviously he started CMB in the second half, which was a good adjustment. But again, these adjustments are coming too slow. And some of you will point, CMB had a bad shooting game. He did have a bad shooting game. And he was still a 20.4 net rating, right? He was still a guy that gave up 0 buckets in primary coverage. None. And he spent most of the game defending JV or Jamal Murray in primary. Neither guy scored on him. Actually, with JV in the, I think, 11 or 12 minutes they played against each other tonight, they only attempted 1 post-up on CMB. So for all the people that are like, he's too small, they're just going to abuse him in the post, they only attempted 1 post-up, and he stripped JV, and then JV kicked out, and they never went back to it. JV had 8 post-up attempts when CMB wasn't on the court, most against Mamu. The bench unit between Mamu and Dick, who were the two of them were unplayable last night. It was brutal. RJ had a good game in transition. The defense is what the defense is. I thought Scotty had a really rough game defensively. They were using him in primary on the perimeter a lot, which kind of takes him out of what he does so well. BI had a brutal game on defense. Like it was a rough one. I'm not gonna lie. Quickly was hit and miss. But like Colin Murray-Boyles played unbelievable defensive game, gave up literally nothing on that end. Scotty Barnes with another triple-double, controlled the tempo and pace of the game. Unfortunate loss. Darko made the adjustments, took too long to make those adjustments. Hopefully we can continue to adapt and evolve.